All right, y'all, let's get to work on these pickled onions, okay? So I have laid out several small ones, and that may not be enough, but I've got several bags of these red onions, and that's what we're going to use. So what I'm going to do first, I've got me a garbage bowl sitting here, got dinner on in the crock pot. We having pinto beans, fried taters, cornbread, and fried green tomatoes, I think. We'll see, okay, how much energy I have after I get this done. But right now, I'm just going to take the ends off, and I'm going to get these peeled real quick, and then we're going to weigh them. We need 3 pounds to do one run, and one run is 4 pints. So I have got my jars already cleaned and sanitized. They are ready. Got my lids ready to go, y'all. I am so ready to get this. And I am putting that garbage in the wrong bowl, y'all. I'm ready to kick this canning season off, okay? I am. I really am. I love to can. I love to put this stuff up and know where my food came from. I just do. So there's one. So give me just a few minutes to get all of these ready to go, and I will be right back with y'all, and I'll show y'all what we're going to do next. Alright, so I've got several of them here. I am going to turn this on, my scale on, I should say. I don't want fluid ounces. I want not grams, not milliliters. Oh my gosh, pounds. Okay, we're going to tire this out. Okay, I'm going to put my bowl on there. We're going to hit tire. That zeroes it out. And now we're going to see how many pounds of onions we have. So there is, whoo, them onions are strong, y'all. They are strong. Okay, there's 2 pounds. So I only need 1 more pound, which could just be a couple of onions. We shall see. We shall see. Alright, let's add this one to the bowl. No. Alright, let me finish these up. We'll be right back. Alright, we've got just a tiny bit over 3 pounds, so I'm going to move this out of my way. Take my garbage bowl with me. I'm going to set this over here. If I can keep everything. Well, there was a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to turn that off. We're going to move the scale out of the way. That looks like a whole lot more than 4 little pints. Alright, now I've got my little mandolin slicer here. This is what we're going to use. So I am just going to, we're going to be safe about things. So I am just going to, I'm going to see how thick this cuts, because my mandolin slicer doesn't have the adjuster on it. We just have the different plates. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks real good actually. So let's get these sliced up. I brought my jars over here, so we're just going to fill this up as we go. And I am going to do that Don't do like I do, okay? There we go. Alright. That's about the thickness that I'm looking for. And I'm going to do this like this, okay? And just fill my jars up as I go. Like that. Press these down in there. There we go. So there's one onion. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, now I am going to stand here and get these all sliced up. And then I'll bring y'all back when it's time to move on. We're getting ready to make the brine. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove light on to about medium high. Then I'm going to add 2 cups of apple cider vinegar to my pot. There's my kitchen assistant. I'm going to put in a 1/2 cup of water. And then we're going to do 3/4 of a cup of sugar, just regular sugar. There we go. And a tablespoon of pickling salt. We'll get just a little bit more because that wasn't quite a full tablespoon. There we go. All right. Get this zipped back up. And then you want to stir this until the salt and the sugar dissolve fully. Bring it to a boil. And I am looking, there it is. Looking for my ladle. Why do you have it all over your mouth? Oh, Lord. Alright, y'all, I've decided to double this brine, okay? And if I have extra, because I do have an extra jar of the onions, and if I do have extra, then that's okay. I've got more onions. That looks like a better amount for the amount of jars that I have over here. And again, you just want to bring this to a boil, let the sugar and the salt dissolve, and then it's ready to go in the jars. Now some people will boil their onions, okay, before this step, and then they'll add their onions into this and then put it in the jars. Y'all, I'm skipping those steps, and I am just doing it my way. I am not messing with the recipe, the acidity, or anything like that. So this is still safe to can. I am just choosing my battles today. And that looks really good. All the salt and the sugar has dissolved. So let's move over here to the other counter where, whoo, got a whiff of that vinegar, where we get all this ready to go. Turn my stove off. Let's move over. All right, let's get us a little assembly line going here. So we've got that. We've got our brine over here. And again, if I don't use all this, oh, I know what I'm forgetting. Hang on. It would help if I got my funnel out. I'm just saying. That way I don't have a mess. So we just want to fill these up to where they have a 1/2 inch headspace. And we will measure that here in just a minute. Just give it time to kind of bubble in. Alright, so now I'm gonna take my little debubbler. I'm gonna go in, and this is gonna change the headspace, okay? Just know that, because this is gonna take all those air pockets out, okay? And if you can see, now my liquid is way below the 1 inch. So let's put our funnel back over here. And let's add our liquid. Alright, let's see where we're at with that. Now, you have got the measurements right here on your on this debubbler anyway. You may not on yours. So I know that right here is 1/4 of an inch. Then the next step up is 1/2. So we are going to put that on there, and it is touching the top of the liquid, okay? So I just want to make sure I push those onions down in there under the liquid. There we go. And then we'll check it. Yep, I'm sitting right there on top. I have a wet paper towel. You always want to clean the rims of your jars, especially if you're doing something sticky. Like this has got sugar in it, so I want to clean that really well. Then I'm going to put my lid on here, and I am going with 4 jars this year. We're going to try these out. I couldn't decide between them and Superb, so we're going to try out our 4 jars. And I just want to close that fingertip tight, okay? Not very tight, because then it has more of a shot at blowing off, and yeah, it gets bad, okay? So let's do the next one.
I'm trying to... Looking at these onions are making my eyes feel like...
Are you having issues, dude?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I am sorry, dude.
Oh, my eyes.
And I'm just going down the sides, okay? I'm not really interrupting the onions themselves. I'm not harming them, okay? And we're going to put a little bit more in there. Whoop. There we go. Now, let's push these down in. That's right on it. Right on it. Alright. We'll clean this one up. There we go. And when I'm using wide mouth, I find that I have to get the lid and ring seated well, okay? It's just one of them things. Put our lid on, grab our ring. There we go, finger tight. All right. Y'all, I didn't have much brine left. That's it. Okay? I'm going to put, whoa, I got a whiff of vinegar. I am going to put that in a jar so that if I want to do some quick pickled onions, I can, to go along with supper one night. Let me go get Mr. Gary the Carry Canner, and we'll be right back. All right, we are ready. Y'all, I put just a splash, and I mean a very small splash of white vinegar in my canner. Okay? before I put anything else in. So now we're just going to put our 5 pints of pickled onions over here. So there's that. Now we're going to fill this up. Let me bring this over here so you guys can see. It's a little heavy. We're going to fill this up. It does have a mark on the pot, on the inside of the pot, to where the maximum fill line is. But we want the water to be about 1 inch over the top of these jars. So let me get to filling. Alright, we got that filled up. We're going to shut the lid. We're going to make sure that this is on exhaust. Okay, because that's what we need for water bath cannon. And then we're going to hit water bath or WB steam and set it for 10 minutes and hit the start button. Alright, you can hear this kind of hissing at me. There is some steam coming out. Don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's there. So now, with water bathing, we're going to hit the start button. That starts our countdown for our 10-minute processing time. And then they're done. They're ready. Alright, this just finished. So I'm just going to reach back here, unplug it. And we're just going to let all this simmer down, okay? Takes it a few minutes, and then once it stops with the steaming and the hissing, okay, all that, then you can open the lid. I like to let mine sit in there for about 10 minutes, sometimes 15, whatever, and then fully open the lid and take it out. And that way it doesn't, you don't see as much siphoning, okay, when you let it cool down in here.